All right, guys. Welcome to our second day of MYP chat. Still really plugging Holman, Devan, and Cady 2007. It's a super useful book. 62 methods, different change methods are dealt with in detail, and they're organized in terms of purpose, the type of system you might be working with, the type of school or organization, the size of the change effort itself, and the duration cycle, what kind of preparation you might need, special resources, all of those kinds of things help you find the change method that is appropriate for your purpose, right? And I think one of the big issues or one of the big things to consider, right, is that we're really talking about organizational change, right? So what do all of the change methods have in common? They have these 7 different characteristics, right? Number one, these change methods, all of them, right, contribute to a meaningful purpose and compel people to action, right? So this involves shifting people's views towards possibility of contributing to something larger than themselves, right? Number two, they unleash the power of individuals, right? So understanding a system more deeply, right, leads to meaningful intentions. And when you kind of highlight or ensure that someone's voice matters, that leads to deeper level of commitment, right? The third part of this has to do with changes being a process rather than an event, right? We need to continue supporting change processes, right? They're not distinct events, even though events might kick off or be important to that. And then the fourth thing here, right? Engaging the whole person, head, heart, and spirit. So this is really, traditionally you might think of leaders as being referred to as heads, right? And the hands are kind of like the workers, the non-leaders, right? But when you kind of re-engage with the whole person in mind, then that leads to more meaningful contribution and participation. Right. So the other 3 elements that all of these change methods have, number one, they involve people in co-creation of information. Right. The members of the organization are involved in collaborative meaning making. Right. And this builds connections and ensures that the system kind of stays whole over time. Right. Number 6, knowledge and wisdom exist in the organization of exist in an organization, in the people of an organization or community, right? So, it's this belief in the system. People in the system know best, right? And that engages and values people in the system and in decisions related to the system, right, or the school or the organization, right? And the last characteristic that all of these change methods have in common is that they create whole system views of members of organizations or communities, right? So it allows members to establish a whole system view of the organization that they're in, and this leads to kind of deeper levels of understanding of the organization or the school or the community that you're in. So, of the different methods that are presented in this book, right? They're characterized by a bunch of different a bunch of different manners. One of them that's really useful is characterizing them by purpose, right? So we have structuring methods, planning methods, adaptable methods, improving methods, and supporting methods. And so for today's question, just presenting a little PDF with some links here. What kinds of change methods are available? Well, there's at least 62 in the book, right? I've just, I think, put 10 links here in this document for you to kind of explore. But kind of, which ones resonate with you? Which ones might you find useful? I think when you start looking at the number of different change methods that are available, that kind of justifies getting this book and having it kind of all put together in a single location even more, right? Because it can be hard to access and understand and even see kind of like the scope of all the different change methods that are available. So look forward to another chat today, and talk to you later. Bye.